When you're married to a Viking, this is how it looks. Well, a descendant of the Vikings. He's Danish, I'm Serbian, and being married outside of your culture is so much more than just being with someone from another country. Because being married outside your culture let you experience another culture on a much deeper level. Not like a tourist, and not even just like someone who moved abroad, but in much more personal and intimate way. And I think places like this make me feel that even more. When you are married to someone Danish, visiting a place like this doesn't feel like just another museum trip. It feels more personal, more connected, like you are also getting closer to a part of his history, his culture, and the world that shaped him. You are not only looking at old houses, stories, or tradition from outside, you are experiencing that side of history in a different way, because now it's also tied to your own life. This can be our bedroom. Somebody was. This is a horse. And I think that's what makes it so special. You are not just learning facts about other culture, you are slowly becoming part of it too. You get to experience the customs, the mentality, the little everyday things, the history behind them, and the meaning they carry for the person you love.
Can you imagine to live like this in this house? But you don't have kitchen.
Who will clean? Who will clean the when there is dust all over there? Because this is pretty high. And I think that's one of the most beautiful parts of a relationship like this. Because it's never just about the person. It's also about the family, the habits, the traditions, the way they were raised, the way they think, the way they live, and the whole culture behind them. I'm Serbian and he is Danish. Very different countries, very different cultures, very different languages, and in many ways, different way of growing up, living, and relating to a family. And I was actually lucky because he had already spent a lot of time around Serbian people, so he knew quite a lot about our mentality, culture, and how we live. And on the other hand, I knew almost nothing about his culture, except that classic stereotype that Scandinavian people are cold. And I think in every marriage, no matter the culture, the most important things are still the same: acceptance, support, respect, gentleness, patience, love. But when your partner comes from a completely different world, I think all of that matters even more. Because then you are not only loving a person, you are also learning how to understand the world they came from. Their family, habits, the way they are thinking, the way they are doing stuff, and the way they are trying to live inside your culture, while you are trying to do the same inside theirs. Of course, there are still things I don't always understand about his culture, and I'm sure there are things he doesn't understand about mine. And honestly, I think that is also completely normal. The important part is that we talk about those things openly. And I think that helped us a lot from the beginning. We were very honest with each other before getting married and before I moved. We talk about real life, not an idealized version of it. Our families, the way we were raised, how we live, what feels normal to us and what doesn't. Because I think when you're building a life between two cultures, honestly matters a lot. And over time, I think that also what becomes beautiful about it.
Nu har jeg gruttet det mel, du skulle grutte.
Ja, det kan jeg godt.
Af denne pragtfulde landsby, Letra, har nu en... Så derfor har jeg besluttet...
You don't have to choose one culture over other. You slowly create your own mix, your own rhythm, your own little world, made from both sides. Of course, there are also things in me that are so deeply rooted from the way I was raised that I can't just switch them off, even when I really want to. And I'm sure the same is also for him. Some things stay with you because they shaped you long before you met each other. And maybe that's why this kind of relationship teaches you so much. Not only about the other person, but also about yourself. And I think that's my favorite part of it. Not becoming the same, but learning how to build something shared. Something that belongs to both of you. And maybe that's what marriage between two cultures is. Not losing your own identity and not fully becoming the other person's either, but slowly creating a life where both of you still fit.